and marketing, okay? There's a very big difference between marketing your business and branding yourself. And I think a lot of people don't understand the difference. They come up with a product or a service and a business that they've got to sell, and they put that name of the business and the product or the service before they put themselves. And in today's day and age, when we're so connected through social media, it does not work. What you need to do is put yourself out there, build relationships, build trust, and get people to like you so they do all the selling for you. All right, and I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to get that to happen. It's the people that you know and the people that you meet that are ultimately going to sell your business through the people they know. So never undermine the one person that you meet thinking they can't help me, they're not interested. But if you sell yourself properly, they're going to tell you 10 people that they know that are going to be able to push your product or service forward. And we're here to get you to make ultimate success where you never have to rely on a paycheck again. A couple of myths that I want to go over that will lead you into the loud strategy. The first thing is we're conditioned to believe if we think about something long enough, it will manifest. Has that ever happened to anybody when you sat at home all day long and thought about your business and woke up the next day and bang, there's 100 people at your door? Does not happen. Success and failure are separated by one factor. It's a thin line, and it's ultimately what you do. If you fail, it's because of what you did. If you are a success, it's because of what you did. And there's no way to go around that, no matter how hard you try. The second myth, if we write down our goals, they will transpire to reality. And this is a big thing in today's day and age. The journaling, the visualization. You know, I catch myself spending 3 hours a day journaling and feeling really great. 2 hours goes by and I'm like, well, now what? Now what? Right? If we work on a solid business plan, our business will succeed. How many of you started a business and then hired a business consultant to crunch your numbers on how many clients you need and what your rent's going to cost and what your overhead's going to be, and you've got this great business plan that you paid thousands of dollars for, and then guess what? Now you're a great success. Does that happen to anybody? Probably not. Business plans also do not work because the reality of those numbers are not actualized until you hit the streets and start finding out who your clients are going to be and who's actually going to pay you. If we talk about our product or service long enough, people will buy. And you know, I have to say, part of it is the whole networking strategy, going to a networking event and you talk about your business, just like here tonight. Whether tonight's going to work for you or not is ultimately in your hands, because you can tell somebody here or everybody in the room what you do. But if you walk out that door tonight at 10 o'clock and you follow up with nobody, then nobody cares how much you talked about your product or your service. Okay? So it's what you do after you meet somebody that really makes the difference to your talking. If we hustle, we get results. Grind, 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 grind. The problem with the hustle is sometimes the hustling is so scattered. You know, 1 minute we're on social media, 1 minute we're watching videos, the next minute we're calling people, the next minute we're doing something to better our product, and we're not reeling it all into an umbrella that's actually going to work for us. So yes, you can hustle, but if you're not hustling out in public and getting in people's faces and being consistent and getting in the same person's face 5 times, then your hustling is just a waste of energy. Okay? So it's who you know and how you hustle them that makes the difference. If we invest tons of money into our business, it will pay off in sales. How many of us are guilty of putting thousands of dollars into our business and thinking if the money is there, the business has to grow? It just doesn't happen that way either. Putting money into your business doesn't sell your business or product. It may make your business or your product better, but again, what are you going to do once your money is invested in your business? You still got to get out there and you got to do the work. If people just try my product or service once, they will repeat. And that's another myth. We give, for example, Soul. She puts a product on our table, we take it home and we try it. But if she doesn't follow up and she doesn't touch base with you or she doesn't give you enough time to enjoy that product, does it mean you're going to call her tomorrow and order that product again? Once is not enough. It's what you do after somebody tries your product once. How are you going to sell yourself to that same person again and again and again? We live in a world where everything is online, everything's at our fingertips, and there's competition for everything. So if you sit back and you trust that one person is going to just keep coming back while you sit there, you're going to lose them to somebody else that's more aggressive than you are. If we believe that we are the only ones that know our business best, this is the ultimate success for failure, especially for entrepreneurs, where you learn not to trust anybody and you think that you're the only one that can do it all. You need to find the people that will associate with you, that will help move your product or business forward. Okay? You have a skill in your business, which is in my whole loud strategy, the loyalty. You are your business. You are the face of your business. But if you don't put the team of experts together, they're going to help you move forward. Your business is going to eventually die from you having complete burnout. If we spend money to advertise and market, business will naturally take off. How many of you feel like you put ads in the paper and ads here and ads there, and then you think that the minute that goes to print or the minute it hits the online post, your phone's going to ring off the hook? You get that rush of, oh, this is going to be the one, this ad's going to be the one. But that always isn't the case either. Because if you don't strategize who you're marketing to, your marketing dollars are going to be a waste of money. All right? And I can tell you that the best source of selling your business is the 10 people that you push your product or service to, that you stay aggressive with, your mastermind team, and those are the people that are going to move you forward. So you are not the expert and the only person that can run your business. All right, so every time you meet somebody, you have to ask yourself, how is this person going to help me sell to 10 more people? If we beat our competition in price, then we will do better than them. And that is almost that sinking ship strategy. We start discrediting our product. We start decreasing how much it's worth. We start looking at what our competitor's doing. And, oh my God, Joe has got a lineup at his door and I don't, so he must be doing something better than me. So we change what we sell, or we change what we're offering, or we tweak something one way or the other, and then we don't stick true to what we believe in and put value into it and market the right people, and all of a sudden we start to lose our loyalty in ourselves and in our brand. What I want you to understand, that these factors, they're all true to some respect. They're myths in the fact that if you follow them to the line and you just think that they're going to work for you, they won't. But if you put action to these myths, then they are going to work for you. So the loud strategy is based on 4 principles. Loyalty to your brand, opportunities that you have in front of you to move your brand or your service, how you're going to utilize those opportunities once you discover them, and how the product that you're going to deliver is going to stay true to loyalty, and we loop it right back to what we initially believed in the first place. Now, loyalty. If you have a business idea that intrigued you, so you woke up one day and you had that God-sent flash hit you in the head, oh my God, I just had an idea that's going to make me $1 million. And we have all had it if you're an entrepreneur, because that's why you're an entrepreneur. We have this ray of light that opens up, and this is what's going to make me money. However, when you start putting that product or service out there, what starts to happen is, it's not selling. I got to change it. Oh my goodness, nobody really is listening to me. I'm going to change it again. Okay, well now I've changed it from here, now I'm over here, and okay, well I got to change it again. And by the time you're at the end of the road, you're selling something that you didn't even wake up thinking that you were going to sell. And you end up being stuck, and you end up being confused, and you end up not knowing what to do with yourself to put yourself back on a path, because you're no longer selling that heartfelt, passionate thing that you woke up one day believing that you were going to sell. All right, so I want you to ask yourself a question. What was your original business idea? For the entrepreneurs in the room, or everybody here with a career path, what was that original brainstorm idea that you had? Not where you're at right now, but what was it that you wanted to do? And if you're in the position right now where you're thinking about a career change, then that passion is probably still somewhere hidden in your soul where you're going, I'm going to do this someday, or this is what I want to do. So you can write that down and pinpoint exactly what it is that you wanted to do. Okay? Now, for those of you that have been there and now are moving along the path, I want you to ask yourself, what you're doing this very moment, is it that same thing that you woke up with that inspiring idea to do? All right, is it the same, or have you moved right off the path and now trying to figure out what it is that you're selling and what it is that you're doing? All right, in the LOUD model, that's our first key that we identify, is how to establish your loyalty in your product or your service, and how to keep you there so that even all the roadblocks that are in front of you, all the way that the paths change through marketing and advertising and networking, how we stay true to that one brand without selling ourselves out. The next thing is opportunity, all right? So often we do typical things that we think businesses need to do. I started a business, I register my business, I've got to advertise my business, so nowadays we go on social media and we start posting on Facebook. And we hope that we send that one post out and all our friends are going to see it and they're going to call us. And they don't, right? Or we're going to put an ad in the paper, and so you're going to spend $500-600 to put an ad in the paper. The day the paper goes to run, we sit at home with our phones, nobody's calling. All right? Or we think we've got to get out there and network and meet people, which you do, which is key. But we go to these networking events, and if you're not tied to loyalty or you've got that low self-esteem, you're afraid to get up in front of somebody and tell them exactly what it is that you do. Maybe they're not going to like my idea, maybe they're not going to like me, maybe they won't use my product or service, so we shy away from networking events. Okay? So opportunity in our LOUD strategy is recognizing every single door that is open to you, whether you like it or not. What event can I attend where I'm going to meet 10 people? It may not be an event that you think is relevant to your business. For example, you might sell treadmills, but then be at a disco fever event for charity. They may not be interested in treadmills, but you meet 15 people at a totally different event where they know you to be the person who sells treadmills, and you meet them again and again and again. I can tell you you're going to meet 50 people that want to lose 50 pounds somewhere down the road, right? So it's not having to tie in being an event specific to your business and going to relevant business networking events. It's going to every single event and putting your face in front of people and getting people to recognize who you are, because you build friendships. And I can tell you, friendships in business is ultimately what's going to sell. And I can pinpoint Terry. I met Terry at one of my networking events last year, and it may not be about insurance now, but I can tell you I see Terry everywhere. And that makes me feel comfortable with Terry, that if I ever think of somebody that needs insurance, the first person that's coming to my mind is recommending my friend Terry. Even though we don't know each other from a personal world, but an events world, I now know Terry well enough to say, hey, you need insurance, call Terry. Right? And that's how it works. Create those opportunities. Now the next thing is utilizing those opportunities. Right? You can create all the opportunities in the world, but if you go to bed that night and wake up the next morning and forget about the event that you were at the night before, then nothing is going to help you. You have to strategize your opportunities. So if I'm going to meet 5 people today, or I'm going to put this ad in this paper, what am I going to do next to make sure that I have a proper follow-through plan that's going to make sure that I take advantage of every single one of those opportunities? And ultimately, in the LOUD strategy, utilizing is the key word to action. It comes down to what you do. So no matter where you advertise, no matter where you market, no matter who you meet, if you do not have a proper follow-up strategy, all those things are going to die in the water fast, and you're going to find yourself having to reinvent that wheel over and over and over again. I want you to ask yourself, what 3 things have you done to gain exposure for your business? If you look at the last 3 months, what 3 actions have you done to create opportunities for yourself? Okay? Some of you might sit here and say nothing. Some of you might sit here and say, well, I thought about. But what have you actually done to create those opportunities? Okay? And what were your results? So if your results were, well, I was thinking about doing this and that, I can guarantee you that your results were nothing. All right? And as far as utilizing, who have you met in the last month that has helped you grow your business? Never discredit who you meet. They may not want the product or the service that you're selling, but I guarantee you they know somebody that does. All right? So who have you met in the last month that has helped you grow your business? And if you said, well, I met 100 people and nobody was there to really help me, nobody bought from me, did you dig deep enough in utilizing that opportunity to find out who they know that actually could help you? Because sometimes it's not about, hi, I'm so-and-so and I paint houses. Do you need your house painted? No, I don't. Had it done last year. Okay, thank you. You know, it doesn't end there. It's, well, you know what? I bet you know some people in your family or some people that you work with that might actually be thinking about getting their house painted. If you'd like to refer a few people to me, I'd be willing to, you know, you do the referral kickback, or you do the, I can give them a discount, or I can beat their price. And then you come across in a nice, friendly manner where you're building that trust and you're building that face-to-face relationship. They're going to remember you the next time they meet somebody who needs to get their house painted, and it's that simple. The last but not least in the LOUD method is delivery. And this is huge, all right? This is another aspect of success and failure. Because if you start losing the loyalty in your product or your service, then you start discrediting yourself. And you start to compete with your competition, you start lowering prices. And all of a sudden you start creating this internal competition with all your competitors who don't care less about you because they're out doing the things that you should have been doing in the first place. So instead of spending hours a day competing with yourself and competing with your competitors, you got to make sure that that God-sent idea that was given to you, you stay loyal to it and you put value to it and you take the dollar away for it. Service sells. Give more than you receive, and it actually does work. If I believe in what I'm selling or I believe in the product that I'm doing, I'm going to give it to you and give it to you and give it to you because I know wholeheartedly you're going to come back to me and pay me because it's going to work, because I stayed true and loyal to the product and the service that I'm offering you. All right, and that's extremely key. So I want you to ask yourself, how do you know your product or service is going to get you a repeat client? Don't ask yourself how you get a repeat client. I want you to ask yourself what kind of loyalty you've established into your product or service that you know for sure they're going to come back to you even if you're $50 priced higher than your competitor. What is it that you put in as far as a loyalty plan to make sure people are coming back to you? And that's key to loop it all right back to getting loud. So if you implement these strategies, and you sit down and you ask yourself, how am I going to get loud in business? And you ask yourself these simple 4 questions, I guarantee you, we're going to get really loud and make an impact in your industry and make sure that you're